think about those teachers that you really enjoy. If they're a person that lectures and you like them, you probably learn by hearing. In your ag mechanics class or in a shop class, it might be because you like doing things. But most importantly, the key is you have to know how you learn. So this is where it comes up with a partner. This is where it comes with a partner. All right, so you need to look at just one person. You two look at each other, all right? You gotta find point A and point B. So turn around and look at a partner, look in their eyes, look deeply in their eyes. You two, not that deeply, okay? So look into their eyes, but I need you to look in their eyes. So one of you is person A, and the other one is person B. Person A is the one that's going to answer this first question. Person B, what you're gonna do is you're gonna watch their eyes. Now, when you talk, you remember something, your eyes tend to naturally drift one direction or the other. So I want you to look at their eyes. So here we go. If you're watching, look at their eyes. Here's the question. Here's the question. What'd you have for breakfast yesterday? What did their eyes do? Take a minute and look at their eyes. What'd their eyes do? If they went up, they probably learn visually. If they went down, they probably learn best by doing things with their hands. They're kinesthetic. If they went to the side, they probably learn best by listening. Now, if they went kind of, sort of in a direction, you get to pick. But ask them, was it right? Is that how they learn? Okay, let's switch to the next person. The next person, take a look at their eyes. Look deeply into their eyes. Here we go. Name your third grade teacher. Did you look in their eyes? What'd they do? Okay, my goal is, how do you learn? Is it right? If your eyes went up, do they learn by watching? If they went to the side, you learn by hearing, for the most part. And if they went down, you learn by doing. The goal is, typically, how you learn is how you teach. Anytime that you are doing something, and you're trying to teach someone else, that's typically your strength, and you go for it. Okay, my PowerPoint today didn't work when we came up, so we're going with plan B here, but typically, guess how I learn? I listen. It drives my wife crazy because I can say, but you said. I remember best when people tell me things. My goal was I'd have something visually for you to do, and this was something hands-on or involving you kinesthetically, all right? But here's the goal. When you're teaching someone, you have to use all the senses, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. One of the things that you'll be working on as part of your community service project this year, and you all got this on Tuesday, one per chapter when you checked in, was a new book called Who Grew My Soup? Who Grew My Soup? Because with Illinois FFA, as we're making a transition into the next century with this new generation of farmers, with this new generation of agriculture, not only are we learning and worried about production agriculture, we're also worried about consumption agriculture. How does the average consumer view agriculture and what they do? Well, this book is sponsored by your major state officer team. What they want you to do is they want you to take this book back to your local elementary school and donate it. But not just donate it, but also to do a lesson with your second graders, with your third graders. This is about a second or a third grade book. It's called Who Grew My Soup? It's about a kid who doesn't want to eat his lunch until he finds out who grew his soup. Because you know what? Agriculture is involved in everything that we do. Now, it's one thing for us to talk about corn plastic and ethanol and soy biodiesel and trades to China and what we're doing. It's also another thing for students and adults just the same to understand where their food comes from. So the goal with this is not only do you donate the book, do you do the lessons with the book, but you also interview or provide written testimony on the inside about farmers in your local area and what they do to make this a personal connection of agriculture in your local area. Later today, during the workshop sessions, I'll be doing workshops and giving you lesson plans that you can take back and easily integrate into with this. So come and see us downstairs later today. With that, remember a couple of things. Number one, you teach how you learn. You teach how you learn. So what you need to do is you need to make sure you're teaching how other people learn. And secondly, it's never too late to start recruiting. Those of you who think you need to be working on your 8th graders, remember, you don't need to work on your 8th graders, you need to work on your 2nd graders. Your legacy is not just next year's graduating class, it's not just next year's incoming freshman class, it's the 2nd and 3rd graders that'll be taking agriculture and be an FFA in the future. With that, I hope you have a great convention, and we'll see you downstairs in the workshops. Thank you.